Yo, we back for week 2. We're back again. This is the MAP Podcast Live. Yo, I am your hostess with the mostest once again. It's your boy, Hino Kaga. We're here today with King Godamus, as usual.
Sha-na-na.
Triple C's behind the board.
Dope.
Yo, in the building as well. We got a cool show for y'all today.
Yeah, we have some music. Dope.
We're pushing the limits of what Twitch will let us do.
Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go.
Okay.
Dope. Sha-na-na. From the people that are my age, you might remember that show, Sha-na-na, since we're doing this whole music thing. Hino. How have you been, good sir?
I've been doing all right. Okay. As usual, just staying out of trouble.
Yeah, that's all you can do in these day and times.
I know, right? We got some events coming up.
Yes. This Saturday, this is it. Our first FGC event, our first fighting game event, our first monthly here at the new shop. If you're in the Baltimore area, come on out. Come see some old faces, come see some new faces, and most importantly, come hit some buttons and win some money if you're good enough. We're expecting a good turnout. We've got a lot of people working behind the scenes to make this and future events bigger and better as we go on. So yeah, hopefully we can show and prove, as they say. Let's show and prove.
Exactly. Also, we got a matcherino that we will put the link in the chat a little bit later on.
Yep.
Once we get a chance, but we're definitely looking forward to having you guys out playing some games with us this weekend.
Yep, we'll be streaming it live. So if you aren't in the area, check the stream out. Cheer people on. If you are, come on out, come hang out with us. Come on down and come see the new spot. So yeah, do that.
Yeah. So you wanna get right.
Yep. So this week's show is about gaming music and what songs struck a chord with us. What really you hear and you're like, this strikes some sort of resonance with me. So for me, my first song is a oldie but goodie, as are all of mine. This is reminiscent of the days when I used to actually be good at video games, which is a long time ago. But my first song is Street Fighter 2, specifically the 16-bit one, Street Fighter 2 Sagat's theme. So that is my first song. Game just has so many memories. It's one of the premier fighting games that got a lot of people into fighting games. And I just remember playing the original Street Fighter, getting up to Sagat, and those tiger uppercuts took so much energy out at the time. You get caught lacking with one. It was like a fourth year energy.
Old Sagat.
Yeah, old school OP rubber band Sagat. You get up on him and he just starts
no jumping.
DPing off wake up. Just
No jumping, no flying.
Yeah, nothing.
Inching your way up. Sea of fireballs.
Yeah, like none of the other bosses I had problems with. Balrog, Vega.
Tiger.
Bison, but Sagat, oh man, you talking about laying hands, and the board was just cool. You got the big Buddha statue in the back, the whole Muay Thai thing, and the song fits it. It just has that feel to it. He comes out with his band, he ready to roll, and he just laying hands to you. And I'm just like, man, this song slaps while he's slapping me. So yeah, so that's my first song.
I want to know getting me flashbacks from It's the horns for me, bro. It's the horns. All right. So that little breakdown, just that little teeny breakdown.
Yeah, just that quick transition, because
that small breakdown.
Yeah, oh my god. Yeah, I mean, how could you not like that song? And like I said, I like that version. The newer version is a little more orchestra, I guess.
Yeah, like
Still the same.
they upgrade those.
They do as the games come out. They upgrade it, but that one just
It's
that's
definitely
really
something fun to do. Like every now and then, it's like sit down and I know they have them on YouTube somewhere, but it's like the history of like this person's theme, and you can listen
yeah.
to like all of them through the years,
Mm-hmm.
and like definitely like I know the sound evolved like a little by little,
Mm-hmm.
but like oh man, like that original though, like
Yeah, good.
it's the horns for me. I'm
It's
gonna
the
keep
horns
saying
for you. It's the
that.
horns for you. Yeah, good game. Good good music. Good. I mean, what better music to get beat up to than like some smooth jazz, Thailandian music, So yeah, shout outs to Street Fighter and Sagat's theme. So keeping on with my list, this game is another classic. This is a role playing game that I partook in, and I remember this role playing game being a little more difficult. The curve, like just like it was like easy, easy, easy. Then it was just like
Fusion.
yeah, man, gotcha, bitch.
Gotcha.
So, good game, good music, but the game over music, luckily, was good. So I luckily got to hear a lot of this game over music, and that game is Fantasy Star 2. For those who play Fantasy Star 2, that game can have a little bit of a difficulty to it, and when you die, though, not only is the screen cool, the music is even cooler. I remember I would just die and I would just let the music play over and over again. So the Fantasy Star Game Over music is, again, another song that the Genesis version is the one, because they tried to upgrade it as they did, other renditions of the game. And it's not quite the same. It's, again, a little more, I know this isn't a word, but it's a little more orchestra. It doesn't have that same, because,
like it's not that.
it's not as gritty. It's not. Yeah. I need those middies. That beep beep beep. When you start putting like real horns and like stuff, you kind of take away from the grittiness of it. So just the grinding out. Getting to a certain point, and then you're part of just kicking a bucket, and you hear that song, and you're just like, oh damn. But at least it's cool.
That's maybe one of the most upbeat game over that I've heard.
Heard the song a lot, whole lot, whole lot, whole lot. A lot of memories.
Wow. What's the most frustrating death where you had to hear this and you're just kind of like, ah.
Yeah, because I didn't have a Genesis. I had a Super Nintendo, and a friend would let me borrow his Genesis and this game. So it was crunch time when I always had it. Like I had to grind this stuff out. And this game was just so difficult. I'm like, man, I can't keep dying. But luckily the song is good when you die. But I'm like, man, I'm not getting anywhere. I need to get this thing back before I get it to him. So, yeah, shout outs to Fantasy Star 2. Thank you for having a good end game song. All right, third on my list. This song isn't a song. It's not like a full, like, show enough, like 5-minute, 2-minute song, but it strikes a chord enough for everybody to hear it and know it and just understand what it stands for. And that is the Metroid Item Fanfare. Not that. That was me farting. I mean,
So where
it's
did
okay.
they play it?
So when you get an item in Metroid, that's what it plays. Like you get a.
So like just like a random item.
You get a missile, you get an energy tank. That's what they play, and you just like, all right, okay, all right, I've accomplished something. Okay, peasant Metroids, here I come. I have another energy tank. I am on the way to save the universe again. So simple, quick, easy, and when you just hear it, it just resonates with you. All right, I got something else to add to my arsenal. It's quick, easy, not super long, like me with the ladies. Quick and easy. That's what I do. I'm quick and easy, not too long. So what? I'm just talking about talking to him, quick and easy.
More confidence.
Thank you. See. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, shout outs to Metroid. Of course, so many songs on the Metroid, Super Metroid, and all the other ones. But for some odd reason, that just one little song, just one little snippet of songs, sticks out to me. So yeah, shout out to Saving the Universe.
So you got something kind of, I see something kind of rare on that.
Yeah. So this next one is a little more of an obscure game again, Super Nintendo game. This game, ActRaiser, was a very awkward game. It's a side scroller action game, but it had sim elements in it. You were an angel and you had to come and like build towns and stuff like that. So there was a sim element for it. And you had to go and do the side scrolling part and clear out the board, and then you could go and like build it up. So shout outs for them for doing that. That was the first game I've ever played like that, because I'm not a big sim game guy, but this game was cool. But speaking of cool, I like to consider myself cool, and being a no-fi cool type of guy I am, the song on the North Fair board. It's very cool, relaxed, laid back song. And I remember starting the game, and if I'm not mistaken, you can hit pause and the music would play. So I would sometimes, when I had to clean up my room, because of course this is 1,000 years ago, I would press pause and literally let this music just play. So this is ActRaiser North. Is it North Wall? I think I wrote the name down. I wrote that.
It's okay. It's North Wall.
North Wall, yes.
Toby More Crazy in the chat pointed out that it's got music made by Yuzo Koshiro.
My main man, Yuzo Koshiro. Sorry if I messed that up.
Actually, I think yeah. So Yuzo Koshiro actually did a couple other games. Well, one of the games on my list too. So yeah, he does good music. He does really good. What is it? Synth? Is it synth?
Yeah, I would say it's Sim.
And let it play for a little bit longer, then I'll talk. This song is very much fitting of the board that it's on. This is, of course, the ice board. So
okay, I was about to say it's like kind of tranquil.
Yeah, calm, tranquil, and yeah, this song absolutely.
Was the board itself calm and tranquil though? Like,
no, not at all. You got everything trying to kill you. Like everything's trying to kill you. But the whole ActRaiser soundtrack is great, but that song absolutely sticks out. So thank you, ActRaiser North Wall, for being a pair.
Were you let's say like you were in a situation, it was like, all right, we got to play your theme music. Would you come out to that?
No, I would actually probably come out to the next song.
Oh,
yeah, next song. So next song, absolutely one of the top 5 games ever made. And if you judge me, what's the saying? Don't judge me, judge your mother. Bam, I'm going with that saying. Hey, Chrono Trigger. Of course, Chrono Trigger OG soundtrack, top to bottom, is phenomenal. No ifs, ands, or buts. But the song that sticks out to me out of all of them is Corridor of Time.
So like, where do they play?
So this takes place when you go back in time and you find out that one of the people that you thought was a bad guy is actually kind of on the same side as you. You both are after the same enemy, but you guys are doing it differently. And you meet the bad guy when he's a kid, and this is kind of when like everything goes haywire. And I just remember
when you meet the bad guy as a kid.
You
meet the bad guy as a kid. You don't get to do the.
When you play the game, you'll kind of see. Even though I'm spoiling a little bit for you, but this is the song that takes place when you're walking around on the outer world. So
shout out to anybody in the chat that knows that joke.
So yeah, those are my like top 5 songs that really like strike a chord with me and like strike me right here. When I hear those songs, I get all warm inside like a moon pie. I feel all goopity goopy. Brian knows what that means. That's why he's laughing. He knows what goopity goop is.
They were really mellow.
Yeah, most of my songs are very mellow. Nothing, hardcore stuff like that. Which is funny. I was trying to think of a couple songs that are like far more upbeat. Nothing comes to mind. I'm pretty sure once this podcast is over, they'll all come to mind. I was like, God damn it, I forgot such and such. So. But yeah, that's what I got. So I pulled mine out this time first.
All right. Hey, we go back and forth.
We do.
Same time next time.
Yeah, same time next time. Samies. So yeah.
So with your songs, like I said, like they were pretty mellow and chill, right? I'm gonna bring the hype.
All right. There we go. All right.
I got a couple upbeat ones, but I'm gonna start a little bit mellow though.
Okay.
A little bit mellow. So we talked about this last week actually too. So like definitely one of my songs is the Snake Eater theme, which is called Snake Eater from the Metal Gear Solid 3.
Okay.
And man, if it's not one of the most James Bondsiest songs.
I know exactly what you meant.
Like if you see like the actual theme for it too, it definitely like pays homage to James Bond as well. So
okay.
Oh man, let's let the people partake.
Okay.
Of the Snake Eater song. Like I almost like. No, I'm not going to set myself up for failure because I was about to say like I could probably like remember most of the lyrics like straight through, but like man, like the woman that sings on this this song, right? Her name is Cynthia Harrell, I do believe. Yeah, Cynthia Harrell.
Okay.
Like she can blow. All right. Like, she killed this song like on the vocals.
Okay.
Like I think yeah, this is a little breakdown right here. See my man, like I think I even remember like parts of the intros to this, right? So like that little breakdown, you see him like jumping off of a waterfall, I do believe.
Okay.
Like, for it's like this game was just so cool compared to the other Metal Gears, and like the song accompanying it on top of it just keeps it just as cool.
I like this. This is cool. This is snazzy and jazzy and very stealth-esque. This does sound very James Bond. Yeah.
Like that's definitely what they were going for with this one.
And they got it.
Yeah. So, like I said, it brings back. Yeah, we drop it.
Bloop, 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 my God. Somebody's like, what the hell? What's going on?
So, like, my next song is also another Metal Gear song.
Okay.
It's a little bit newer. It's from the Metal Gear Rising series, which I think out of all the Metal Gears are probably had the best soundtrack.
Okay.
Like these songs played like from the Metal Gear Rising soundtrack, they played as you were fighting their respective boss. And this boss's song was I think his name was Jetstream Sam. This guy was cool. Like I'm telling you, like Jetstream Sam had a sniper rifle that had a katana in it, and he used the sniper rifle
with a katana in it. Okay.
Like yeah, he used like the sniper rifle like
a gun blade.
Not exactly right. No, so not exactly, because like the gun part was on the sheath. He used the explosion inside the sheath to pull his sword out like at like crazy speeds and like, but like his song was so cool, and it was called the I forgot because I keep messing it up.
The only thing I know for real.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was gonna say
for real.
I definitely was gonna mess up the name of the title, but it just comes in hard.
I see.
like this brings back so many because like on the hardest difficulty, like this guy would beat the hell out of me. I'm talking about like 1 or 2 like slices and you're done. So like,
And this sounds like an epic battle beat, like something's going down, and you want it to not.
you definitely got to hear it twice because you get the fight him twice, like in the beginning of the game and towards the end. Of the game. So he's like the second to last boss, I do believe.
Okay.
But he's also the first person you want to fight.
Okay.
And oh man, like I said, like all the music in this game is crazy, but like this one is the one that kind of sticks with me the most. Outside of the one song that that is was a huge meme when this game first came out, which again, shout out to the chat if y'all know the name of the song that goes to the meme. I know it. I know y'all know it. So, but oh man, like I said, that just brings back memories and definitely like I said earlier, like like if somebody was like, hey, like Carl, you gotta go wrestle this match real quick.
That's what you're coming out to.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
No offense.
Hit me running out like I might even Ultimate Warrior run like all the way
justly
down.
so. Justfully so. Justfully so.
But let me see. So my next song. This one's a little bit of a classic. This is also like a good like beat 'em up song. I actually had a hard time picking between these two because like they're my 2 favorite songs from this game.
Okay.
They're from this soundtrack and they're from the Streets of Rage 2 soundtrack. It's the first stage, Go Straight. But another one that is really close to my heart is the Slow Moon song. But I think we're gonna play Go Straight, right?
Yep, Go Straight first.
Go straight first. This whole soundtrack is great, but this is
that little drop right there.
yeah.
Take a couple more steps.
So again, I didn't have a Sega Genesis, but my buddy had this game, and I remember. I think I like this a little bit better than the Final Fight series.
I know, like Streets of Rage 2 was definitely like one of the first few games that I had on Sega Genesis. I remember like trying to play put my Streets of Rage 2 cartridge into my Sonic and Knuckles cartridge because I wanted to play Knuckles in Streets of Rage 2. I was like, will that work? Like as a kid, like like you try stuff as a kid, it doesn't work. It just plays Streets of Rage 2.
With just the attachment on it.
Or was it the other way? I forgot which one I actually wanted to play. But oh man, like I could listen to this song. I picture myself like walking like down like that first street and kicking that first dude with the blue jean jacket.
The blue jean jacket trying to run up
hair.
on you. Yeah.
And definitely like this one I couldn't pick between these two, but actually, you know what? I am gonna pick Slow Moon is hands down my favorite song from
okay.
And this was either the stage before the beach stage or it was the beach stage.
Okay.
It's one or two. I can't remember. But good memories. I could listen to this all day and actually just chill. Actually, I do sometimes. Like it's good driving music too. But yeah, here you go.
Is this the boy where you're walking through the casino? Could be wrong.
Yeah, like I'm
on the ship.
You're on the
It's
ship.
a ship.
Okay.
Mars with the info.
Yeah. Other retro person got it right on the nose.
So in the chat, Toby More Crazy says Final Fight can't compare.
Can't
SOL.
compare.
Shots are
Complete
being fired.
Peasantry. How dare you compare such peasantry to an ultra superior
and
game.
I think we brought up the name earlier, but Yuzo Koshiro is the person that was worked on most of these songs for this soundtrack. So there was like a couple that was I can't remember the other name for the other songs, but like they were like I think like one was like the ending theme song, which is like the Streets of Rage ending theme song. That's iconic too.
Yeah, very good soundtrack. This game.
I'm about to run outside right now and go fight crime, bro.
You'll be tired by the time you get around the corner because there's enough of it here.
I'm gonna get it like that first person they go get on. You go like Dulia. Who should go to on Streets of Rage 2?
What's that?
Who should go to on Streets of Rage 2?
It was Alex.
Okay, yeah.
I'm trying to think. It was Alex. Trying to remember their names. What was the chick's name?
Blaze.
Blaze and
Skate. Max.
Max is the big guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I picked Skate. The corkscrew kick. Skates. Because
Wait, is that what he really
I never knew
says?
he-
yeah, corkscrew kick. Because that was when inline skates were like a big thing, and he's just skating up in there.
I just thought he was like going whoop.
With someone in the chat's gonna
That's
be like, he's
that's
really
really
saying
what-
that it's not corkscrew kick. I'm like, God damn it.
I know. I think my goal definitely was Blaze.
Okay.
I like Blaze. Even though like Alex had that like
That
nice little
slide
combo,
by-
you just
Oh yeah,
little
the
slide
slide
too.
foot end of
Yeah,
that.
the little combo like like oh my god.
Yeah.
So good. Shout outs to the Streets
Yeah,
Away.
shout out to them. He was throwing hands. You stepped in that little you stepped in that hitbox. That was your ass.
That's it. You're going for that ride. So I'm gonna slow it down a little bit. And so one of the things you were saying about your list, right, was like when some of the songs got upgraded.
Yeah.
Like they got kind of orchestrated.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not gonna lie, this next one is like full orchestra.
Okay.
Like they went all out on this one. And if anybody knows me, my favorite Final Fantasy game is 8. And that opening song
Agreed,
for 8,
agreed.
which is Liberty Fatale, something like that. I butchered that. Like please please
don't add us.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No
like
death threats.
like Baltimore accent.
Yeah.
So
Excuse it. It tends to take over.
but oh man, like this song hit it. Like the opening was like so amazing. Like I actually can't, to me anyway, I can't think of a more iconic opening for a Final Fantasy game. Like, oh man. Yeah.
It sounds ominous and grandiose, just winding up for it. Just something crazy is about to happen.
Like in my mind, like I see water. Like we're just going across the water. Like the little fight's about to break down a little bit.
This is
See Ultimacia in full glory. Oh my god. I gotta go back and play this. I wonder if I could pull that off. Like play Chrono Trigger in Final Fantasy. Not at the same time.
of course.
But I mean, maybe I could play it at the same time. I don't know. Like I know
That's
for a fact I
wild.
could probably play Final Fantasy 8 with my feet.
Why you playing Chrono Trigger both at the same time?
I know I like classical music until like
Until
until
you
I
hear
heard
it,
this
yeah,
song,
yeah.
Here come.
You see him with the flutes just going off.
I feel like Square Enix and Apple is just chomping at the bit at this at our stream right now. They're just like, oh yes. I think like a little bit more. We're gonna get this little real epic breakdown where we just slide through all the. No, this is the fight. No, this part is the fight. You know what I'm saying?
It's been so long since I played Final Fantasy, and I would have to almost revisit it.
Like, if anything, right? Even if you don't want to play this game, just watch the opening. Just watch the opening. Like it's good. It's gonna give you the feels.
Okay.
Yeah.
Booba clock.
Yeah. All right. So, for my last one, right, I'm gonna kind of stick with Final Fantasy 14,
Okay.
and I'm gonna cheat because the last one is a boss fight from Final Fantasy 14. And if any of you guys out there play Final Fantasy 14,
Which
I
I
think
have.
you already know what I'm talking about. Since it's 2 songs, we got to talk about the Shiva theme.
Mm-hmm.
The Shiva theme slaps. Like there's nothing else that like you can say about it. Like I think anytime like people hear this, like when people heard this for the first time, that's what I'm trying to say. Jesus, I can't talk. When you heard this theme for the first time, you was like, okay, all right, we got this epic fight going on.
I'm pretty sure the song. I never really got a chance to listen to the song because I was too busy cussing because I died so much.
Dodging them AOEs.
Yeah, especially when you don't know the mechanics, which I do with for Final Fantasy game for some reason. Like I just stopped playing not too long ago. So I'm doing all these and I'm just going in, no mechanics. So I'm just getting drop. So it's just a bunch of me cussing. So now I get to enjoy the music because I'm not getting dropped.
I don't think all the primals had like really good music.
Mm-hmm.
But like Shiva definitely like, especially like once you hit that the little halfway point of the fight, because a halfway point of the fight, she hits you with diamond dust.
Yeah.
She hits you with diamond dust. Music stops. You're just like,
the hell's going on?
So like, it's that split second where you got to figure out if you guys wiped or not.
Yeah, that's always that determining part.
And then like once you know you didn't wipe and the rest of that song starts playing, oh my!
Finish off as fast as you can.
I do remember like a couple times like just kind of vibing out to the song and like I'm running around, I forget to move out of certain AoE, certain moves, get too close to somebody else. Like, you brought the AoE to me, bro. What are you doing? What are you like? Oh, bro, like
mechanics.
My bad, bro.
Mechanics.
Well, I'm gonna let this play a little bit. Like, I'm trying to remember like exactly where the breakdown is, so we don't get the whole video snatched, right? They don't say. But like I said, like definitely like Final Fantasy had a lot of iconic music.
Absolutely, all of them. Like from the first one up to the last one.
Like I feel like they spared no expense on the music at all. Like for any of their games, especially like Final Fantasy 14, because it has so many songs in Final Fantasy 14.
I mean, how iconic is the winning sound fanfare? I mean, it's been emulated in other people's games.
Another song that they definitely like as time goes on and on and on, like they definitely like update and keep bringing on and bringing on or they keep updating. But oh man, you know, like I'm confident, man. Oh, never mind. Here we go. I think because it's about to and it's the diamond dust hitting. And we just switch genres, like we switch themes, all that. Like it's on.
Yeah, it's on.
It's on.
Burn it down or you get burned down.
Don't touch the sides.
Yeah.
For God's sakes, don't touch the sides. Yes.
I see those circles, memories.
Oh God, there's lyrics. Well, I knew there was lyrics, but still.
Again, I've never paid attention to the songs. I'm always getting cussed out and cussing.
We good? We
good? What do you want to get sued?
Yeah. You want Mr. Squaresoft to come knock on our door?
But oh man, so
yeah,
definitely
awesome 5, man. I like that. I like you.
I have a diverse.
You have a diverse palette.
Just a little shout out, just a small teeny shout out, because like we had no hip hop on this list at all.
None.
Just a small shout out to
just to show how diverse
GTA.
We are. Yeah, it doesn't have
GTA
to be
Game Radio. Game Radio. Oh my God! Like they had like so many back, because most of the music on Game Radio was original, right?
I could be wrong. I actually haven't delved into too many. I think the last one I played was San Andreas.
So like I remember like I said when it comes to like the original PlayStation 2 GTA, like that game radio station had some of the coolest songs on it. I remember some of the artists that they had on it too. I only know one of them for sure that's real.
Okay.
That's a real artist, and that was Royce the 5'9". Royce the 5'9" had a song on there.
It's all real. I'm pretty sure most of the songs on there were real.
So
They
it's like,
probably paid money for
Royce
all
the
those.
5'9", Aguilar, JoJo Pellegrino.
Aguilar, Sean Price, yep.
I even remember the bar. My man said, "I give you a fresh slice, and I ain't talking about no piece of this." I was like, "Boy, what?
Okay, Bob.
Like,
What
what?"
y'all doing while I'm doing this heist?
But like, yeah, like I was like, wait a minute, let me shout out a little bit of hip hop.
Okay, a little bit of hip hop.
Yeah, a little teeny
We
bit.
touched a little bit of everything.
Update on the chat. Trisket Packet said his favorite FF songs are probably from FF10, the acapella pair theme, and the Save Island bangers.
Yeah, I was just about to say, hopefully they're in the chat telling us some of their favorite songs as well. So thank you for updating us with that. We have a guest in the house. Do you have any special songs you like to mention there, good sir? Yes, you. I was looking around. You knew I was going to do it. You knew I was going to do it.
You knew I was going.
So as always, we have the man, the myth.
I know this mic on.
Well, while y'all get his mic situation
Or you
figured
can
out,
just come around.
I pulled a couple of. I knew y'all were going to kind of lean more retro.
Ooh.
And
Mike, Dr. Old Table. Jesus Christ.
I knew y'all were going to lean more retro, and I grabbed a bunch of some indie gems that I like from like recent history, right? So it's this game that y'all gonna like take my gamer card. It's a mobile game, but it recently got ported to the Switch. It's called Grindstone.
Oh, you're fine then.
It just got ported to the Switch, so technically it's a game, but it's so fun, and the soundtrack mixes fantasy with hip hop, with like, I don't want to compare anything to Dilla, because comparing any music to Dilla is really blasphemy, but it's really got that Dilla vibe mixed with like this fantasy. With this like fantasy feel
Sweating
going.
my head off, bro. My bad.
So this song from Grindstone is called Backpack.
Oh, that came on funky.
Go guys in the chat, what's up? No, guys, want you to hydrate. But yeah, all the different elements that it keeps sneaking in every time, like it's this whole soundtrack got some bangers, man. So I highly
Damn, I was getting ready to join in, and they cut the chorus as soon as I was about to join in. There you go.
So, for anybody who hasn't played this game yet or hasn't heard from it, it's available. The only way to play it is through.
You might turn the music down a little bit, right?
It's louder to us than it is to people at home. No worries.
Live production.
It's only available through Apple Arcade on mobile. But if you hate mobile games, I get it. It's also on Switch, super cheap, and it's definitely worth it.
How you hate mobile games if you got a Switch?
That was a pretty cool track too.
Well, yeah, I guess that's technically mobile.
Oh,
Maybe you got a
man.
Switch and you only play it on dock.
They are going to be waiting outside of the shop with pitchforks and
Oh, if y'all think you hate me now, wait, there's more.
Okay.
Another super indie game that I grabbed that like the music is so good. It's a game called Paradise Killer. It's you heard of it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I've seen it before.
Yeah, my wife really likes like mystery games and stuff like that. Like we play Phoenix Wright and stuff together. So Paradise Killer is a mystery game that came out last year that's also open world. And it has this like 80s Miami Vice hardcore synth vibe going.
I need that.
And yeah, man. So the song that I picked, Ego 24/7, sounds like straight up some like new edition, freaking like something going on with it. So I'm gonna play it.
Do you see the smile on my face? I need that in my
for
life.
itself.
Let that rock. Let's go. So you said it's like a murder mystery, right?
Yeah, it's so weird. So they're these guys are all gods, and one of them killed the guy in charge. So you play a detective who has to figure out which god did it.
So all right, I know I've seen this game before. I heard of it, but for some reason, like I'm seeing like a platformer in my head, like when
It's a first-person open world game. So
Okay.
yeah, it's but it is a lot of platforming in it.
Okay, so yeah, I'm not tripping out.
Yeah, no. I think you're both on the same page.
I wouldn't have thought this was platform at all. Not this, but I love it.
I just wanna.
Right. You gotta hit the wop of this one.
Little.
Yeah, that's another game like the whole soundtrack just bangs.
It did have that little.
Right.
I was just like, man, stop playing with me. We about to. Next week's podcast, we're just gonna redo the every little step I take video.
That's exactly what this sounds like.
The juices are flowing. I want to write. I want to write some lyrics and everything.
Tristan said he said, well, gotta add that to the playlist.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dog Eyes dropped a suggestion.
Shout outs to
Jet
Tris.
Set Radio had the best music soundtrack ever.
Jet Set Radio?
Jet Set Radio.
That's definitely a contender.
Yeah.
It's up there. Like, definitely. Like, especially like if we're So, all right. I feel like when you do best soundtracks ever, like you kind of have to split it in half though, right? Because you have to do it like games that have original soundtracks and games that like have soundtracks that are made up of like real songs. Because like if you don't, like it's gonna be hard because like, you know, somebody's gonna be like, oh, Jet Set Radio has the best soundtrack ever, right? Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Yeah.
Like,
It's pretty
like, that thing had everything. I don't think I've ever played a game that had a radio station on it where I like would switch to any station. I'd be like, all right, wait a minute, this song's on this station right now. If I switch to this station, this song's playing. I need
In
to
the
go
game,
yeah. hauling ass around San Fierro, listening to Stone Temple Pilots Plush.
Nice.
Like,
so my last one I kind of cheated because I said I was going to play a bunch of newer songs, and technically this is newer, but it's a remake of the original Sonic's Chemical Plant Zone theme. It's from Sonic Mania. So Sonic Mania has a bunch of reimagined game levels from the Sonic games of yore.
Don't beat me up. Don't beat me up, right?
Yeah.
Is Sonic Mania one of the Sonics we don't talk about?
No, this is good, man.
That's a good
So
one.
here's what happened. So this guy, I can't remember his name, but he was making original Sonic games like on PC.
I actually heard something about like somebody recently made like an original like 3D Sonic game that everybody was like is better than
No, his was 2D.
Okay.
But so Sega and the Sonic team liked his stuff so much that they actually hired him to make an official Sonic game.
Ooh.
Nice.
And that was Sonic Mania. And that came out like maybe 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah, I remember seeing because it was it definitely was like I think it was a PlayStation Plus free game at one point.
Yes,
Yeah,
it was on
a little
PlayStation
bit.
Plus. Yeah. So here
See,
is
I be
the.
remembering stuff with my old brother.
And Trisket Packet said, no, GTA 5 for the My Way Backstreet Boys.
Wait, My Way was on GTA 5?
That's what he said.
No way.
I
I don't
didn't hear
remember
that.
that.
And Toby, thanks for the heads up. The guy's name is Christian Whitehead, who makes the Sonic games.
Ah.
But here is the reimagined Chemical Plant Zone song.
Yeah. Like when you say Sonic, this is the first song I think of. Like,
Absolutely.
yeah, like anytime. Like I couldn't tell you any of the other Sonic
That was on my
songs.
top 5 for sure.
All I know is Chemical Plant.
And Toby also said the guy that made the song is named T. Lopez.
And this is where I hit the spikes immediately.
Or Drown. We're getting a lot of suggestions, so I'm gonna try to get to them.
just real quick, just a fun fact, right?
Yeah.
So, like, I'm not like a really good swimmer, right? And like anytime like the water like gets over my head, and I'm short. Anytime the water gets over my head, I start hearing like the Sonic. like, and I can't unprogram that. It just goes that way. So I have no choice but to float and survive. Or I'll start hearing it.
Now, I have a question to piggyback that. Does that help you swim a little better, knowing that this coming, that you hear the music in your head?
So like it's a frantic swim, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel bad for anybody like if I go swimming and there's somebody behind me because they're gonna drown. Cause I'm gonna kick up so much water. It's not neat. It's not neat. Cool swimming. It's just like I'm kicking all the water up behind me. It looks like I'm dying, but I'm moving. But yeah, like that fear drives me.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear the song. Don't you do it. I see you over there, Brian. Don't do it.
No. I'm trying to pull up some of these chat requests.
Just see me run out of the No, I want to go.
Mars, you got some, right?
Yeah, I have a few. Where should I start?
At the beginning.
Should I go on the same vibe that's been going with the lo-fi, or should I go
Do you?
the
Whatever
other way?
hits your heart the best.
What speaks to your
Yeah,
soul,
what speaks to
brother?
your
I'll go off of the Chemical Plant that just played. It's a track from Super Mario Brothers 3. And this is one song that really got me into video game music in general, is the Desert World. And I would, to be honest with you, I would listen to this for hours and just not play the game. It's just so much bass and you feel it and you're just like, you know.
This whole soundtrack was like really underrated. Like there's a lot of
like
bangers.
people don't talk about Super Mario World 3 a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And like, so like I'm not a big Nintendo guy,
Mm-hmm.
but this is hands down like my most played game.
Mm-hmm.
Like Nintendo wise anyway. Like
It's pretty fun. It's a really long game for what it's worth.
I remember,
And,
I actually remember playing it with my dad. Like I'll go
Mhm.
over like dad's house. hook up the Nintendo, and we would play, and he would be like miles ahead of me, and I'd be like, I can't get by the first state like, terrible at platforms.
Yeah. But what I like about Super Mario 3 is that you can work as a team. So you can't go back to levels you've already beaten, but you can advance your partner through levels that you've gotten to and work together to beat the world, which I do like.
The earliest of carries.
Yes. And the music just adds to it. It's really, really
good. Would you come out the curtain into the square circle to this?
Would I?
Yeah, like if somebody was like, yo, and tonight we got more. It's like would you have this song play you to whatever stage, square circle or stage that you were walking to? Would you walk down and stretch yourself to the desert thing?
No, actually, I would not. And I don't have an answer for why. I just can't.
I guess it's like the song was like, it was simple, but it was just like you nod to it.
It's so simple. You're right.
Then like the cactuses are dancing to it.
Yeah. The levels dancing with you. Another one in the 8-bit is Mega Man 2. It was one of my favorite Mega Mans of the series. Was the Crash Man theme. Now it was between that and I want to say Heat Man, but I don't remember the tune in my head. So I went with Crash Man instead. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a bop.
Yeah.
That's a bop right there.
Capcom don't miss, to be honest.
Not on the music. Miss everything else though.
Oh. Just get packing.
Somebody was going in on that one.
Yeah. I thought Mega Man 2 had the best soundtrack of any Mega Man on the NES.
Ooh.
My opinion.
Anybody in the
And nobody in the chat's gonna challenge that.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not like we had an agreement about
Wait, should we not talk about Mega
the
Man?
casters not reading the chat? I see the oof from here.
That was in regards to your Capcom comment.
Oh yeah, I know. Oh man, they're never going.
Another one. This is actually really calm to me. It's the Final Fantasy IV overworld music. And it hit me one day. I was listening to it, actually waiting on the bus in the winter. And is it 4?
Was it just
not
like
that.
a random? Oh yeah, it's not a commercial. This one?
Yeah. It shows 4. Like, I was alone on the bus stop one day. It was just like, get you on your thoughts.
This song makes me want to get on a horse. Like I just want to get on a horse, go over a field, like not in the battle, but just like
Yeah. You don't want to battle on this song.
No. You want to explore.
Just, I've never ridden a horse. You know that? Ever.
Or like a standing in the field song after a long battle.
Mm-hmm.
Like yeah, like It's like we made it.
A bit depleted. Like, you can relax now.
That you want to talk about a company that don't mess with their music?
Oh yeah.
Final Fantasy, game anyway. Final Fantasy, like they don't mess with their music, like
At all.
Like, I mean, Square in general, really. I mean, a lot of people don't like Kingdom Hearts. Noted. We get that. But
I mean, like, all right.
that
I don't think people don't like Kingdom Hearts. I think people don't understand what's going on, so they're just like, nah, I don't want to.
Yeah.
It's bad because I don't understand what's going on.
Yeah.
But God, the music though.
The
like,
music is great in Kingdom Hearts.
Whoever
Simple and
made
clean.
the decision.
Banger.
Yeah, whoever made the decision for the two opening songs for the first two games, like, give them all the money. Give them all the money. Like, oh my God, it's simple and clean. They knew what they were doing when they named that song. It's like, how we gonna open the song? I got something for you. Hold on.
Oh man, Trisket Packet dropped this Truth Bomb. Near Automata has a banger soundtrack if you haven't played it.
I'll flip I play 2B in SoCal. That counts, right? That counts.
Okay.
That counts, right? No.
All right, couple of chat requests. Dog Eyes wanted us to play. I think it was Dog Eyes. Yeah, it was the Mystic Cave Zone from Sonic 2. Also, shout out to Sirius Black from Instagram. He also said Sonic the Hedgehog had the best music ever. So, without further ado,
Oh yeah, I remember this one.
Oh.
I actually don't remember this song.
what? Probably died before he got to the level.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this was like a late game.
I was about to say. Like,
This is a late game level. This level sucked.
It did. It really did.
is it Underwear Boy?
No, but it was one of those Sonic levels that really discourage you from going fast, and that's stupid.
Yeah, that defeats the
All right. So was this the one that had like it didn't have spikes that popped up? It was like bricks.
It's like
or
those little
Yeah.
plants. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. You know what's one thing that I'm a little bit surprised about, at least like between the four of us. We mentioned like no Zelda music.
Oh man.
Well,
It's so cliche. I mean,
Yeah, I don't know if like a lot of the songs that we played today, I can legit like I'm not gonna play them in my car, like riding down the street or anything, but like I can legit.
Like, so hold on, just a quick behind the scenes thing, right? So when me and Brian were talking about this episode, and like he was like, all right, when you give me your list, make sure it's no licensed music. Like if it's on Apple Music, like don't send it. And I was like, well, that's my whole list. Like literally, I put a playlist together. Like I put like a small playlist together that day of those songs from Apple Music and was listening to. Like yeah, like we
definitely getting bad.
yeah.
Yeah, we might be in trouble.
Yeah, Kendrick Lamar from GTA 5. We can play that.
Yeah.
Oh my God, but that was a good cruising song. ADHD? Like, we in so much trouble for this one. Already, week two, they're going to be like, hey, you got 16 copyright strikes. Like, oh, sorry.
Toby More Crazy dropped a lot of joints in the Discord. By the way, if y'all are y'all want to join the Discord, hop in that bad boy. The link is on the Twitch channel. But he dropped Killer Instinct 2's
Oh my god.
the theme for TJ Combo stage.
That got words, don't
I
it?
need to hear that.
Man, you'll be both.
I
So
know
they-
the updated one. I know the updated one for like Killer Instinct, like like the most recent Killer Instinct had like music to it, but it was a remix version of the original that had parts of the original in it.
Hey,
Hey.
This don't scream 1990s.
this definitely screams Nintendo 64.
Got Roxbury to it.
Yes.
Like I know Trish Get Packet in the chat is happy because like she always hits me with the dance on them.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever whatever stream she's on, I've been dancing on them this whole episode. Nothing but fire songs this whole episode. This suits his character really
Was this
well
in
too.
64?
No, Killer Instinct 2 is Super Nintendo. That was my fault. Killer Instinct Gold was 64, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Like this really like suits like his character, like that song though. Like it goes with it very well, like extremely well. Like, cause he definitely was like all American box. I think he had the cybernetic implants then, cause I know he ripped them out for like the new. Yeah, well I don't know if he ripped them out, but like he got them taken out for like the newer game.
Like my main man from Megalobox.
So it's
So-
all right if the song has lyrics as long as it's not monetized anywhere. So as long as like they're not trying to sell it somewhere else
Okay.
on Apple Music or Spotify, we can play it. We'll find out.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, if this is what I think it is that you're about to bring up.
Yeah, this is another one from Toby More Crazy, dropped in the Discord. X-Men Arcade's Dance with a Crocodile.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
It's like Konami is at the door waiting to drop a X-Men arcade machine on our feet.
As soon as we open the door.
Pay up. Pay up.
This song freaking goes. Damn.
So, I'm mad because I don't remember the name of the song, right? But like the X-Men arcade game, right? That very first stage, that song that they play on the very first stage, like lives rent free up here. Like, like as soon as I saw like the X-Men thing, and my mom was like, X-Men. I was like, oh. I was like, yeah.
That was the hype song to the game, to the whole game. I don't remember the name of it, but
I don't remember the name of it either. I just remember like
yeah.
I remember like blowing through that first stage. That first boss was the Blob. Was it the Blob?
I thought
No, it
was
was
Tornado.
Pyro.
Oh yeah, you're right, Pyro. The Blob was the second stage.
Yes.
Yeah. But oh man, yeah, like that like that's a music from that first stage lives rent free in my mind as well as Colossus's little get
The
off
roar.
me, Mule. Oh, oh. Yeah, we
Great
taking,
song to be more crazy. Great song.
One more. Ooh, my mic was muted. One more song. Let me see. Oh, Tommy More Crazy says, I remember being so excited to play X-Men at Golfland in Rockville.
That's where do I play?
What was my
X-Men
first
the
X-Men?
time? It was definitely. I want to say it was like AMC Lanes somewhere out Glen Burnie. If it's not, it wasn't AMC. It was one of the bowling alleys that's out Glen Burnie because they definitely had an X-Men machine. My grandmother was on a bowling league.
Okay.
And she would take me out there and she'd give me like a roll of quarters and like go play while I bowl. And like I had to get away because there was so much cigarette smoke.
Yeah.
Shout outs to the early 90s when you can still do that inside.
I think my first X-Men arcade, it was a 6-player, was in Security Mall. Arcade called Fun and Games. It was across in the food court. So it was perfect. Actually it was across from Taco Bell. So you could run in and it was dark when you went in. So like there was neon lights everywhere. The cabinet was in the front because that's the only place it could fit.
Mhm.
And
Because it was 6 players.
it was 6 players. Yeah. And nobody wanted to play as Cyclops or what's the other one? On the far right. I know Cyclops is far left.
It wasn't Dazzler, was it? Was it Dazzler?
Might have been.
I always get all the X-Men games mixed up. Like I get the arcade mixed with the Genesis version.
Yeah.
Nightcrawler wasn't in the arcade version, was he?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So like the arcade version was Cyclops, Wolverine,
Storm.
Mm-hmm.
Nightcrawler, Colossus, and Dazzler.
I think it's Dazzler, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't see the screen that far over. Like if you're a Dazzler, you couldn't see the left.
Like you had to stay you had to stay behind everybody.
Yeah.
And just stay on the opposite side. Oh man, I'm trying to remember. I'll play Cyclops. I have a problem with Cyclops, even though he's always wrong. But but like I remember it's super like it was decent because like it's just a little optic blast. You be able to optic blast somebody from across the screen. I forgot if they had friendly fire in that game or not. Like if you could hit each other with the.
I don't think it
supers or
did.
not. Okay. Well, yeah, like you just stay.
That's
back
why
and
we would
just
spam the special all the time.
I
It
know.
was-
Pew.
So one last request I'm going to play. It wasn't a specific song, but I went ahead and picked one. A lot of love for Jet Set Radio. So
Okay.
the song "Funky Dealer" from Jet Set Radio Future. That was the version that came out on the OG Xbox.
Yeah, with that big ass controller. The Duke.
The Duke.
He's coming out again for a new point. Get your bets now, ladies and gentlemen. 4 4's the point, mark 4. Ace, deuce, scrap, 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 mark 4. Ace, deuce, ace, deuce, scrap, mark 4. Scrap, mark 4. Who wants the hard 4? 5 wants 4.
Check me out, y'all.
9 a winner. Got a hot hand. Place your bets, ladies
This
and
is
gentlemen.
Okay.
grade A skate music. Like
Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. Or he made us the hard way. Hey, the front line takes the hard. You have a shooter and a good one. Coming out for a
Dude.
new point. Get your bets now, ladies.
Do any of you guys still have inline skates laying around anywhere? I'm curious. I know where mine are.
I don't have any at all.
I never had inline skates. I had the the 2x2s because
Mhm.
I didn't have enough confidence in myself.
I know, like I transitioned to it eventually.
Trisket Packett said he does.
Yeah.
I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
So,
guess one ball.
You know what? We are blessed to have so many people watching us that have a good taste in music. Thank God. Nobody said anything crazy like, "Yo, the soundtrack from Ride to Hell Retribution." Oh my God, that thing sounds like wet farts.
I haven't heard it, but I definitely don't want to now.
Oh yeah, it's bad. Like there's nothing good about that game at all. Like at all. Nothing.
Offends all five senses.
Exactly. Yeah. This smells bad coming out of it. Oh man, the nerve of them. So, like we touched on a bunch of really cool songs today. We got the jam out. Hopefully we'll be back next week if they don't take the channel from us.
Got 3 copyright strikes in one show.
Like, got them. We're gonna switch it up a little bit today. So I'm gonna hop off for a minute. Like I want Triple C's to come talk to y'all real quick.
All right.
So real quick, we gonna quick hot tag, quick switcheroo, all that.
So we got the producers on the cameras now.
Oh.
Switcheroo. You gotta play a little jingle when you guys switch next time.
Tag. Yeah, there it is. What's up, y'all? It's the Charm City Champ. I guess if you are familiar with this channel and you watch it all the time, you're familiar with me. I do all the streams, and for the podcast, I'm mostly behind camera now. But yeah, man, I am here because we have this segment that we like to do on the podcast called The Vent, where we like to take a problem that's going on in the video game world and we like to really dig into it and discuss it. And today's is going to be, it's kind of console war themed. It's really everybody's indiscriminate hate for subscription-based services in the video game world, like Xbox Game Pass, like PlayStation Now, Stadia, things like that. And I'm on the side of like, hold on, y'all. We need to. Oh, my phone's over there. I kind of need that. I got a quote. It's thank you. So I'm more on the side of like, we need to be patient about this. So a little background story for everybody who's not familiar with it. Xbox Game Pass, you pay a monthly subscription and you get access to hundreds of video games, retro, backwards compatible, new, day one releases. And I was shocked by how much hate it is online for Xbox Game Pass. So I went out on Facebook, and if anybody in the chat is part of that side of the argument, like I would like to hear a valid argument for hating Game Pass, because I've asked a bunch of people. I went on Facebook, and I have not heard a valid reason yet. Like a lot of it is a lot of trying to predict the future. If Game Pass is successful, we're going to lose out on physical media. If Game Pass is successful, if you got to have Game Pass to have an Xbox, you got to pay the monthly fee. And it's just, I think it's all just really speculative nonsense. And we really just need to, I'm not saying trust the corporate overlords, because that's not what I do or whatever.
That Game Pass took my job.
But there's a lot of services out there that are like Game Pass that have not destroyed their industries. Like look at Apple Music and Spotify in the music world. Like, okay, yeah, CDs don't exist. But if you wanted a vinyl and you had a vinyl player, you could still go out and get vinyls. If you wanted to own your MP3s, you can still buy MP3s and download them. You don't have to stream them off of Spotify and Apple Music. The same thing with the movie industry. Netflix didn't destroy Blu-rays. Hulu didn't destroy your Family Guy DVDs that you have. Like, it's just the way that the future is going. It's the way that tech is going. And once latency gets down to 0 and people in like backwater Oklahoma get access to high-speed internet, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. But don't worry, you'll still be able to turn around and sell that bad game that you accidentally bought the GameStop a week later. I just don't think it's the big deal that everybody thinks it is. And Mars, I guess this would interest you specifically a lot, because your love of retro games requires you to still be able to have physical media and still be able to buy those games. And are you privy to what Game Pass is? I'm sure you are.
Yeah, boy.
Do you feel threatened by stuff like Game Pass, stuff like Stadia? Before I talk too much about it.
No, it's okay. To be honest, I don't. And it's more or less of being in a community when you play these games.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you have the physical copy of, let's just put a game out there. Mario Party.
Yeah.
Okay. You can't really get energy out of playing Mario Party online, having the access to Game Pass and all, because you want to play with other people, though it could be accessible through a streaming network or something like that. But it's more fun when you're in person doing it. So having a physical copy is not going to hurt. And also, not to say that's a collector's item as well, but it definitely helps to bring people physically together, because people just need that intimacy through gaming and laughter, and it just feels good.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think, and I might be too optimistic. I know there's a lot of people out there. The internet just likes to be skeptical.
Yeah.
And in some instances, I get it and I agree. But I don't think physical, like owning a console or owning a high-powered PC or owning an old school Super Nintendo, and I don't think that's ever going to be truly replaced.
No.
I think streaming is going to be a supplement, like especially because a lot of my friends, if you want to play the next Halo, you got to go get a $500 Xbox. You got to get controllers. You got to have high-speed internet. You know what I'm saying? And if these things, if those paywalls disappear, that's only going to introduce the world that I love to more people. And that's what I want. And like, that's the way I look at it. So if we can start playing freaking Metal Gear Solid on our Roku sticks, like, I'm down with that.
Yeah.
Like, I might not ever do that, but I'm happy that that option is out there for people who aren't willing to pay $500 for the latest and greatest, or even if you like retro stuff, if you don't want to like be on eBay and get scammed by somebody trying to find a television. I don't know. So that's my vent. I hope I didn't offend you, or I mean, if I did, like, hit the chat, baby. I am here. I am Teflon. I can take it. That's why I'm behind the camera. But yeah, man, that's the show, man. Thank y'all for stopping by, man. I am the Charm City Champ. I'm here with Mars. Hino Kaga is on the board now, baby.
There he is.
Doing things. Drop a bomb.
Drop a bomb. Got him.
Yes! Yes! King Godamus, everybody, y'all know, most of y'all know him as Mike. He's still here. And we're here live at MAP Technologies. The day is almost nigh where MAP Technologies is going to be open to the public. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be early August. The doors are going to be open. The floodgates will open.
It's coming.
You can come down here if you're in the Baltimore, D.C. metro area, 322 West Baltimore Street.
322 West
Baltimore Street. Baltimore, Maryland. Come down here. Now the biggest gaming lounge in downtown Baltimore. We can safely say that, I think. So, yeah, man. Come down. And if you're not in the area, that's okay, man. Go to www.mapgametech.com. Show your support there. Like us on Facebook. Like us on Instagram. Like us on... Wait, can you like things on... Follow us on Twitter. And all those things / MAP Gametech.
Yes. Hearts on Twitter.
Yeah, man. You can heart us on Twitter. Do all that stuff. Hit the follow button. Subscribe to the YouTube. YouTube.com / MAP Technologies. And most importantly, if you're watching this on Twitch, hit that follow button. And if you're feeling real, if you have a spare little bit of change, hit the sub button. Get access to those spicy emotes.
Just a quick shout out, Toby Be More Crazy. Is it to be more crazy or Toby?
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
To
I don't
Be
know.
More Crazy.
Oh, is it to be? I've been calling him Toby.
Be More Crazy. Shout outs. Thanks for the subscribe. We appreciate you.
Oh, man. Thanks to Be More Crazy. I am so sorry I've been calling you Toby this whole time.
Oh, he sub? Nice.
Yeah.
I was
Hell
gonna get him
yeah.
a sub.
Thanks for
Thank
dropping
you.
us
Nice.
in the chat. We appreciate you.
Welcome,
My next upcoming stream, because I stream exclusively for MAP Game Tech here on Twitch. Next stream is going to be part 1 of the complete playthrough of Horizon Zero Dawn, trying to help get everybody ready for Horizon. Oh shit, what is the next Horizon called? Forbidden West. Getting everybody ready for Horizon Forbidden West. This is why I'm behind camera, y'all. Oh yeah,
it's Toby.
yeah. Oh, it is Toby.
So you got it right.
See?
I got it wrong. I apologize.
Toby, I got you. Yeah, man. Getting ready for Horizon Forbidden West. Playing some Horizon Zero Dawn. We're going to start Sunday at noon. We're going to play in 3-hour chunks until we beat that thing in its entirety. Come through, man. Mars, what you doing?
What am I doing?
Yeah.
Sitting here with you right now.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah,
in the
man.
new... What's happening at Marzapalooza_arcade?
Well, currently I just started streaming again, and tomorrow I actually plan to de-rust and speedrun an NES classic Low G-Man. It's not really known, but I am one of top 3 people with the world record pending, so I'm hoping to get it this time.
I always know that game because it has the weirdest box art. It's
It
just
does.
his legs and like, because he's zero gravity guy, so I guess
Yeah.
it's implied that he's floating up in air, but it's just his feet dangling from
Mhm.
the top of the box. It's so weird. Hino, what are you doing? You're still plowing through the Mass Effect trilogy, right?
Yes, but that's gonna be on hold for the next 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
Tonight is my board game night, which probably start around somewhere between 7 and 8.
Mm-hmm.
So a couple people that are in the chat that I play with, Trisk and Dwayne, we're going all out war and Uno tonight. It's gonna be
that's gonna be dope.
yeah, it's good. It's gonna be bad for somebody.
Spicy.
Exactly.
Super freaking spicy. Somebody paid for the spicy alert in the chat. I'm sorry. So
It's Toby.
yeah, the spicy alert is not on this. It's not on the PC that we're on right now. I'm so sorry I didn't disable that thing, but I will get you my next stream. I'm gonna pop the spicy alert off. It's gonna be so nice. Also, Marzapalooza is coming up soon.
It is.
When is that?
It's July 24th on a Saturday from 12 to 10. And it will contain a Smash Brothers Gauntlet. So it'll be 5 Smash games and a surprise game, actually. I won't tell you what it is here.
Fun.
It's going to be fun. It's going
Be smashy.
to be spicy.
The whole game should be there for that.
Yeah, I will definitely be there.
Oh,
We
yeah.
will all be there. I'm sure. Yeah, man.
So come down and say this.
Hell yeah.
Come through.
But yeah, that's it, man. Like, share, follow, subscribe, all that stuff. I've been a Charm City Champ. Baby Mars is here. Bye.
Bye-bye.